right? It's like that it was like done. I thought it was like a skin problem, and they said it was like an on purpose thing.
Was it?
I mean, that's what I was told. I don't know if that's totally true. If it's not true,
You're saying he chose that?
Yes, he did.
yeah, right.
What?
It was a part of his initiation with his African tribe
Now,
back in Africa, as far as becoming an adult.
I'm so happy
He
you
had to
said
get
that.
those scars on his face. Yeah,
I'm
I
so
got
happy.
you, brother.
No, I'm so happy you said that because we're both very wrong. It's because of a form of lupus that he has.
No.
Swear to God, we're looking it up. It's
right
called
here.
discoid lupus erythematosus.
We have to take back a couple of things our black correspondent has recently said.
We don't want this to get up the corporate ladder here. We made a mistake.
Yeah. Hey, Jacob.
Lou, you're completely wrong. You told Jay complete nonsense.
Well, I'd heard that too, that it was like scarification. I didn't know it was lupus. But I feel like when I heard it, like if I just said that, I was like, no, that's what it is. It does read racist. A black person going, oh, that's what I heard too. Like you just go, oh, I believe that.
Sure.
I believe they just heard that.
But
to me, it sounds like I'm making that. He goes, I think it was somehow how he had to become a man or something in some kind of
Some
a weird
kind of tribe or something?
some kind of a ceremony where they barely have pants.
when you're 15, you have to have an alligator bite your face to become a man in this tribe.
Everybody, we have an awesome guest joining us in the studio today, everybody. He hosts Stand Up on the Spot, which is available on YouTube, as well as the podcast Scissor Bros and Jeremiah Wonders, everybody. It is the hilarious, multi-talented Jeremiah Watkins, everybody.
What's up, everybody? Hey, Bobby.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Good to see you guys.
I said that yesterday. I apologize, too. I just stuck 17 Cheez-Its in my mouth.
Dude, all right.
I don't know if there's any other way to eat Cheez-Its than putting 17. One at a time I need 17 because then I want the Cheez-It gook in the back of your teeth that you get to scoop out.
Later.
Later, yeah. It's with your pinky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Cheez-Its and then more Cheez-Its.
Yeah, a lot of people thought my pinky nail was about cocaine. It's really just to get Cheez-It remnants out of the back of mine.
Or that Pringle dust from the bottom of the jaw.
That's another one I have a hard time just eating one at a time.
Yeah, you got to do stacks of Pringles.
I stack Pringles, and I put them in my mouth kind of like sideways, and I try to break them like karate boards with my tongue.
like
See if I can like just take a shot up, like I'll put them up on the roof, and then I'll take the sun, like go up, and
like Jean-Claude Van Damme in the Kumite.
yes.
You're a Pringles sensei that people come to you and they're like, you've done 40? What?
Yeah. They say you have to see through the Pringles. You have to see through them.
The bin mop, or what is it called? What do they call it?
What?
Oh, God.
You lost it?
No, I lost it.
Why your phone was ringing? Who was it?
It was
Corporate?
my wife because I asked about those stupid knives.
The Cutcos?
The Cutcos.
You feel silly about them now because you bought the...
No, I didn't get them yet, and I think Cutco's a great knife. I love a Cutco, and
It's
I
a
don't
great
care. I'm not going to be
knife.
shamed out of Cutco's because of Jacob's elite knife attitude.
I know my stuff.
Yeah, I know my stuff. I have a Jack Lore.
Whoa.
I will say, I'm surprised that...
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
surprised, Jacob, though, that you don't feel that Cutco is...
I don't think it's bad.
You don't think it's bad? Like, you're aware of it, and like,
yeah.
you're... Okay.
But I
for a
mean, if
kitchen
it's
knife.
the first thing I'm going to recommend, you know.
That makes sense. Christine, can you bring up some Cutco knives, please?
I'm sorry, Bobby. No.
I'm not. Look at man. It's
Bobby,
a
show me this piece of shit that you got.
It's first of all, Cutco for them. It's their first knife set. I'm not saying when they get married, get a house, maybe you get a better knife set. But this, for their first really good knife set, a Cutco is great. Look at that knife.
Oh, I don't feel good about that handle at all.
Dude, no, dude. It
Nah,
fits.
it feels like my grandmother's knives.
Nope. It fit. Look at the white one. Look
Well,
at
here's the
white
thing
one.
I'm aware of. I do know what Cutco brings to the table. Christine, if you can go back to that knife. No, right there. That's fine.
You went to
Remember those were.
You went to Cutco school.
Yeah. What I will say is 3 points of contact there going down the thing. The blade does go through the entire handle.
That's called
That's day one.
That's called
full tang. Come on, buddy.
Okay.
So,
all right. I'm just saying.
I went to 2 days of this.
Someone's taking you to school now, Bobby.
Yeah, back
Sorry,
off.
I'm taking school. All this said, that cheese knife looks fantastic. I told you the guy made for me a bagel knife with Legion of Skanks logo on it. That
It's the
rules.
best bagel. It's a bagel knife that does the smear. It's rounded at the top, so you cut the bagel and then you get the smear of the butter.
It's
and
serrated around. Almost looks like a teardrop, sort of.
Oh, wow.
And it's serrated, so you can cut a bagel, but then it's also like a spatula almost. There it is. There's the guy right there.
Oh,
I mean, right?
that's a solid knife right there.
That's a solid knife. But I will say I'm not a fan of the handle at all.
You know what I hate? You know
What's
what I
that?
hate?
What?
I hate,
What?
and my wife won't throw it out, is the fruit knife, the paring knife, the thin knife.
Oh, the little guy?
Has the same handle as the other steak knives. So when I go in the drawer to grab a knife to cut something, I always pick that stupid knife up.
What is that hunk of shit for?
It's a paring. It's like it has a thin blade.
I know.
like a fruit-
I own one. I don't know why.
Throw it out. It sucks.
It's
I
just
never
in a
use
wooden
that knife.
block. Yeah.
you don't.
Why
Yeah.
would you? What's it? Christine, what is that little tiny thin knife do?
Paring knife is for intricate
Not that one.
cutting. Something you need to get
If you're
close
gonna
up, like if you're gonna core
you're gonna
an
make a
apple.
duck. You're gonna make a duck out of a fucking grapefruit or something. It's stupid. Who's
No,
making
that's not what
ducks?
you mean. That's not what you mean. That
No,
kind
not
of
that.
paring knife.
It's a thin. They don't. Cutco doesn't make it because they're a good knife.
No,
They
the
don't-
Look at the
Like
utility.
this one?
No, that's a great knife.
No, that's a goddamn.
That's a awesome. That's
It's
a
a
bread knife.
machete.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No one knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, no one knows because we don't. Have
I guess the
time.
world's not into elite knives the way we are. But we were told we can't talk about almost anything else. Bobby was telling him, Jeremiah, I wonder if you have sort of a story like this, but I was just telling a story about traveling with Keith Robinson, and he made him get out and pee in the middle of the highway
He's the worst.
on
thing
a
to do.
traffic jam. You know, we did that with Lewis. You know that when we made Lewis like walk a mile on the side of the road. Did we ever tell you that?
No.
Before it was me, Nate, and Lewis and Vecchione, I believe. And me and Lewis were in the back seat. And I was like, hey, if I like hang out the window, Nate, because we were in a traffic jam on 95, I go, if I hang out the window, can I smoke one cigarette, please? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And then Lewis just goes, oh man, can I do that too? And I went, I was just kidding, but I just, like, Nate will commit. I was like, oh, dude, it can't be two people. I know for a fact. Like, he'll let me do it sometimes, but it can't be two people at once. So, like, but you could, like, get out, like, the traffic's not moving anywhere, and smoke a cigarette. And he was like, yeah, all right. And he got out on this. First of all, he got out on the median side of the road
On the left side.
because that's where we were.
Jesus.
And then traffic just started moving. So we went, and we just drove, like Nate just drove off. We went about a half a mile up, and then we put out Lewis's bag. We put his book bag out, and one more cigarette with one match and a matchbook. And then we drove like another half mile away. When we saw him come up finally, he came up like over like a hazy ridge, like David Carradine in Kung Fu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He came over a hazy ridge. When he got in the car, he was laughing, and it was funny. He was like, I went through every emotion. On the walk, he was like, at one point, I was like, all right, this is kind of funny, but they're going to grab me. Then I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. Then he was like, this is fucked up. Then he was like, we're going to have a problem when I get to the car. And then right back to like, all right, that is pretty funny, I guess.
You went through all the emotions like when someone dies.
Yeah, and then
Why?
the entire
Yeah.
grieving process.
It's okay.
And then eventually acceptance.
Yeah.
It was a good one. It was a pretty good one. I mean, we just took off and just kept. They're leaving him like a one match. There's no way on the side of 95 when traffic is now moving, you're going to be able to light one match and keep it to
I
light
did
a
that.
cigarette.
I did that to Steve Byrne and Dove Davidoff. We were all in L.A. back in the day when we used to have to do showcases back in, like, they would put these big things on at the Improv and they'd invite everybody, all the NBC, ABC, and you'd have to go perform, and then people would get deals with those companies, like holding deals or whatever. It was a big thing. And you'd be nervous, whatever. I went out there, Dove Davidoff, Steve Byrne, me, and a bunch of other comics, and they picked me up, and they got me in the car. And because we were at the table, and we all, Norton, Voss, Patrice, Keith, and they would make fun of them all the time. They kind of felt like they got me away from the table, so they just started fucking trashing me. So I'm in the back seat, like, hey guys, what's up? And I'm in the back seat, and they just started fucking with me and laughing at each other and not even really letting me talk. And they fucked with me all the way from Santa Monica to La Brea, almost near Sunset. And it was it hurt. Like at one point, I was like fucking mad. They got out of the car to check something in the trunk, and I jumped in the front seat and took off.
Oh.
And I left them on La Brea, and I just left for a half hour.
This is
I
before
left
Uber.
them. This is before fucking Uber. This is when people had Thomas guides in L.A. when you had to use a map. And I just,
jeez.
I just left, and I was like, fuck them. And
Fuck them.
And I came back, and they went through the same emotions.
They thought it was funny again.
They were like, "What the fuck? Where you go?" Well, he left. What the? He's fucking. Why would he do that? Cocksucker. Fucking. Yeah, Dove David. It's crazy. He's a lunatic. Hey. And then when I came back, they were like, "You're a fucking asshole."
Patrice.
Did they respect you? Did they respect you more after you did that though? Because they were grilling you so hard?
No.
Yeah,
Cool.
No,
They still don't
raise level of respect.
I don't think they respect me now.
Okay.
We haven't talked since.
I don't think I've ever got the
Patrice, you were saying
Yeah.
something.
Well, one of the funniest was when me, Keith Robinson, and Kevin Hart would drive back and forth to New York every day.
Yeah.
One of the days we were waiting, Keith asked if he could, because it was my car was up there with us, my Saturn, and Keith was like, he's like, "Let me use your car to go up to do my spot at the comic strip." And I was like, okay. And then he came back down, and at some point there was like a comic up there or something. I actually know the name. I don't think the person's around in comedy.
Don't say it, because we don't have to delete this show.
No, please. Let's never. We're running out of shows.
Every fucking thing I'm doing, you have to somehow get in and break a rule.
I'm not breaking a rule at all. But whatever it was, he was going to
I
hook
want
up.
to give him his DJ back.
Whatever it was, he was going to hook up. But he came back and he just goes, "Hey, let me use the car for like, you guys maybe go like hang up Patrice's for an hour or something." Patrice lives in Jersey City, by the way. We're in front of the cellar. And I'm like, "How the hell will we get back to Patrice?" He's like, "Is that cool if I just like, I'll meet you guys over there in like an hour." And he just peeled off. And that was like such a Patrice laugh that I just remember I could hear it echoing. He was laughing so hard. He was like, "Keith just stole your car. And somehow I'm babysitting you guys now." And then we had to take the PATH train with Patrice, and Patrice just slow walks. And like the whole thing is like, we don't know what we're going to do. We go back to Patrice's house. We get there. I think there's like a half-naked woman braiding Will's hair, and then he gives her a hug and tells her to leave or whatever. He's like, "Thank you. Put your pants on. Now you can go."
Put your pants on. Put pants.
And and Patrice is like, "I'm going to bed." And then me and Kev for like 2 hours or so play Madden in his living room.
Yeah.
This is when Patrice had a hanging sex swing in his living room. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
This is furniture.
Patrice got into sex toys because his dick didn't work anymore. So he got it. I think when he found out he had diabetes, he also kept an old big wino jug next to his bed. And I was like, "Dude, why do you have wine next to your bed?" He goes, "That's piss." He had to get up so many times during the night. He would just pee in a big jug.
Yick.
And then empty it. Yeah, it's fucking bad.
Yikes. Well, he went to bed, and we were playing, and then just when Keith come back, he said that empty balls, like, he called up, he's like, "Sorry, guys, it happened already," and then he just started being like, "That wasn't cool." I'm like, "Dude, you didn't even ask if you could take the car. You asked, and then just acted like I agreed and drove away. It was 30 seconds. He was like, "It's cool, I just need to run. I'll be like an hour tops, all right? So just like, don't even worry about it, man. Patrice got it."
Keith is the biggest piece of shit we know.
Oh, yeah. There was times, dude, yeah, for sure.
People say that Patrice was a mean guy, but if you look back, if there was videotape of the cellar back then, someone would sit down and you would look and Keith would lean over to Patrice and whisper in his ear and get Patrice to. He was the one who initiated most of it. He was the little instigating little fucking Patrice's evil muse that he had.
Well, have I told you the thing that was when Kevin Hart instigated Mustafa, who runs Mint Comedy now? Oof. And was like Chappelle's bodyguard for years. He worked at the cell for years. He's like a Mossad, serious look. He looks like Vinny. What's that guy's name? Vinny Jones.
Yeah,
the guy who's like in Lock,
I've
Stock.
met him before. He's an
you know Mustafa.
Yeah, he's nice, but he's an intense guy.
Intense guy.
He's Muslim.
Yeah.
He's not. Is Mossad Jewish?
Oh, is he Muslim?
He's Muslim. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, yay.
You mean?
Don't tell him, you guys. I was just kidding.
You mean
Muslims
Hamas?
Are great. Hamas.
Mossad.
But yeah, I remember they were talking to him, and Kev just, I don't know what he said to Keith. He was like, "Keith's talking shit about you," or something. Or Kev said like, "Keith's talking shit about you." Whatever it was, he was just getting Mustafa worked up, and I just remember he's like, "Yeah, he's talking shit about," and he just goes over. Keith was on a StarTech phone. I think I told you this recently. Mustafa just threw him in a full Nelson, and just Keith with his arms dangling on me going, Mustafa, no! What are you doing? He's just winging him around the street.
Hey, you don't fuck with a guy named Mustafa.
No. Yeah. Especially when you see him and he's not black, and you're like, whoa, now let's really not mess with Mustafa.
He's not wearing Conan the Barbarian outfit in Times Square. Read!
Mustafa has shoulder pads made of animal skulls.
Mustafa, I had one problem with him back in the day, and it was a mistake. Something happened with him. I don't know, his girl, like I was friendly with all of them, and something happened. I don't know what, and he comes up, you fuck with my girl? And I was like, what? And he thought I said something, and I didn't. Oh, wow. It was a mistake, but he was...
I know that story. With me and you.
What? Oh.
You don't remember that? You're like, some of you just thought you heard I said something like super disrespectful about Dawn like years ago.
Yeah. Well, that's when
But Bobby was like, I didn't know, but I saw Bobby one time and I was like, hey. He's like, hey. He goes, just, I'm like fine now, but like 2 weeks ago I was waiting outside, I was gonna crack you with a fucking stick. And I was like, what?
That was old Bobby.
Yeah, he was like,
that was
short fuse, short fuse Bobby?
That was Boston Bobby.
Oh.
That was short fuse. There was a stage where I was short fuse.
Crack you with a stick. I'm like, what? What did I do? He's like, you said something about
I thought you said.
Fuck your wife or something?
Yeah, from stage, I walked into the cellar. Jay was on stage. I said something to him. He said something to me. I said something back, and then look at Jay's the fastest motherfucker. He's one of the fastest guys in the West. I would say Norton, him, that's probably it. And Voss. Voss is fast too. Because if I didn't say Voss, he'd be like, I'm fast too. But you said something, and I believe you said, and you say you didn't, but I believe you said, yeah, when I go home and finger fuck your wife. And I heard that. And it made me so angry, I didn't say anything back. I just stared at him. Oh. But he said it, and everybody laughed, which was worse.
Of course, while the camera slowly zooms in on you getting angry and you're boiling.
I went into the bathroom and bit the toilet. I was so angry. I was like,
finger fuck is definitely a thing that was probably, I'm just saying, whatever it wasn't as like nefarious as you heard a thing. It was me saying like, it made sense to something that was said before about finger fucking, but it definitely wasn't me threatening to go finger fuck his wife.
And if I know Jay, he's more of a finger bang kind of comic.
Blast. Also, I'll pull out the blast.
It might have been that. I heard.
It was whatever it was. I didn't like it.
I was up at the top of the stairs because I love Jay. Jay's
but it's just like I would have been such a dope boy, and I goes, hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Catch a stick to the face. Hey, Bobby. Hey, that was a fun little back and forth, though.
Whack.
Someone's furious at you.
I was looking for a stick.
Was there ever... See, that's the interesting thing about like the Comedy Store and shit out in L.A. was like the security is comics. So it's interesting.
It's a different dynamic altogether.
Well, especially if it's comic with comic prop. You know what I mean? Like, it's not so bad like with there's like people in the audience. But there's also, if you're trying to be a comic... and part of your job is like security, you're like, I'm just trying to be a comic. Like they really need me to throw people out is pretty weird.
That's sometimes, I mean, I've had every once in a while, they have different security now, like because after a while.
Just assigned security?
Assigned security now. Because back in the day, sometimes a comic would be watching the room and a comic would be looking at you on stage and be like, dude, I don't know if you're having fun with this audience member or not. I can't tell. Where security will sometimes swoop in real quick and be like, hey, you got to shut up.
Yeah. Plus, if you need to kick somebody out, a little smelly alternative comic's not going to do the job.
Hey, would you mind excusing yourself outside?
I have autism.
Wow, you said it out
Tony
loud.
Hinchcliffe tapping on your shoulder. He goes, sorry, you got to go. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this. You're not welcome here anymore.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Jeffrey. But that's
Does Tony? Did he work the door?
Yeah,
He did?
for years. Yeah, that's how I met Tony. Was he would host like the potluck on Mondays at the Comedy Store.
So everybody kind of worked the door. Like a lot of the
So there's a couple.
It used to be like the way.
It used to be the way, and now it's kind of the way again to get in there is to climb the ranks through the door. I did it a kind of non-traditional way where I did good enough sets over and over again, and people kept vouching for me. Where I never worked at the store, but everybody thought I did because I hung out there so much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I always tell comics, hang out. Find the club that you love, hang out. just be there the night that somebody doesn't show up.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, and if you're good enough, and I also say stay in your town until you're good. Don't come to New York as the new guy.
No.
Come to the New York as the headliner.
Be good.
Like people think that we came from New York, like me, Patrice, Billy, Dane. We were the new guys when we came here, but we were all killers back in Boston.
Right.
So when we came here, we were new, but when we gave them the opportunity, we could murder just like anybody
You hit
else.
the ground running. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. I mean, Patrice was a door guy too. He was a door guy at the Comedy Connection.
Yeah,
that
isn't
weird?
his
And the worst door guy ever, by the way.
I don't.
Yeah.
I want to say I don't. I think the story's been hyped up for the sake of mythology.
No, he worked the door. I remember.
No, I believe that.
Yeah, I saw him. I
But
remember
don't-
hanging out with him.
But I've been told from people in Boston that the story is the real. He was heckling somebody on stage, and it was really one of those like, "You think you could do better than you get up here?" He goes, and then he did,
And he
nah.
destroyed.
That's not how it happened.
No.
That's the Disney version of the story.
Yeah, I've heard that from so many people. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And I love Patrice. He was the best.
not what happened.
En route to maybe being the best, for sure, and was so good. But I'm like, no. No.
That's not what
In fact, if he did get on stage after that, it would have happened exactly the way that the comic was hoping would. He'd go up there and freeze. Probably it would have been his first time.
I remember he got up in the door guy outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came from the door, went on stage, did his Malcolm XXL. You know.
Oh man.
Remember that bit?
I'll tell you what, though, you have the benefit. Man, you guys should really get in a group, everyone that knew him back then, back in Boston, and really compile, because I'd be very interested to hear Patrice's "I'm not good yet" like materials. Be very interested
Yeah,
to hear.
I think a lot of
I've
people
heard
like
some.
that.
I've heard the tail end of not his like youngest stuff, but like the tail end of his just like basic fat jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
fat, like sad sex shit. You know, the holding the girl. You know, the cool kid in
The
school.
small-
The cool kid in school did something really cool, like put water in a girl's face, and everybody laughed. And then he said he like grabbed the girl like Frankenstein, like held her in front of the hose.
Yeah.
Which is all hilarious stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I thought he was great then.
The small titties. I like small titties. It's like smoking a joint.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like the most like basic of like, you know, there was no social commentary on it, and then he started getting into like the relationship shit and started kind of like changing the way he did it. But I'm so curious to hear his like, exactly. Like I used to have that like all the, you know, sorry guys, like if I want to wear name brands, it's got to be like Tommy Huge Figure.
I like it. I still like it. I used to fuck the stool.
Oh, but
No.
fuck the stool. I did everything you could possibly do
Used
to that
to.
stool.
What are we?
I can't.
Used
I can't get
Used to?
Dude, I used to fuck the stool. I remember one time I fucked the stool. Maceo went up after me. He had a bit where he drank out of the stool.
Yeah.
Patrice went on and he goes, "Yo, Maceo, you just drank out of that stool Bobby fucked."
I mean, starting at a black comedy club, dude. Myself and 70 other people a week would, I mean, go to work on those stools.
Yeah, man, that's stools.
There was somewhere where there was like a graveyard of stools off to the side or in the back of some of the clubs like that. It's just like the stools have been fucked too much. He goes, they ain't got it no more. They ain't got it in them no more.
Yeah, I remember I fucked it one night. Maceo drank out of it. Jay fucked it. Like Jay Moore went on and fucked it.
Oh, yeah.
Like every comic wound up fucking that poor stool.
Until, well, one comic came along by the name of, what's his name?
Lil Duval.
Lil Duval. She knows right what I'm talking about. Lil Duval changed the game on how everyone has fucked the stools. Everyone's been fucked by the stool. People have rode the stool like it's a dick. People have sucked off the stool. Female comics have done all these things. No one has ever. Do you have it,
I'm
Christine?
looking for it right now.
Eaten a stool's pussy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's unique.
That's a
Lil
game
Duval.
changer right there.
Lil Duval eats the stool's pussy, then he goes and starts switching his body around while the stool's now, picture the stool's laying down. He's giving you a full thing. He then swings his body around to start face fucking the stool
Ooh.
while he's eating the stool's pussy, and then stands up and he says, "God bless y'all and good night." It's my favorite.
That's what I love about creativity.
My favorite transition in all of comedy.
One of my favorite Dom Irera bits is him talking about how black comics will say the filthiest stuff, and then they'll end their sets with "God bless y'all."
Yeah.
Like he's like, "You ever meet a girl who pussy is so stanky, it's stanky? That girl had that stanky pussy, that's stanky, stanky."
Hang on one second. We cool, Jacob?
This is all right.
Okay,
Stanky pussy, okay.
Good. Keep going.
Corporate Jacob. I don't know if you saw the tie.
We just went corporate Jacob. See if it's all right.
God bless y'all.
Oh, is this it? Oh, yeah. He has to take his chain off for this.
Oh, he's doing it now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
He's about to lay it down.
Oh wow!
Jesus Christ. What kind of chain is that?
It's
And in
It's
the
a whole
camo
toilet bowl.
shorts too.
What is it?
it's a whole diamond toilet.
Wow.
We're echoing.
You are.
You are too.
You're echoing.
Now none of us are echoing.
None of us are. We are.
There we go.
We're back.
Hey.
Hey,
Buck Rogers in the 21st century.
we're in a strange void right
We
now.
can't air that show.
Beady.
Welcome back to the Twilight Zone with Big J. Okerson, Bobby Kelly, and Jeremiah Watkins.
Journey with us. Take an adventure. What was the problem?
Oh, we're back.
The Zoom is messing up. We're good now.
Okay. Take this down to a smaller picture again. We introduced Violent J to Neil deGrasse Tyson. I do want to watch that at some point. That's Jim and Sam. That's a good group. Neil deGrasse Tyson and Violent J on there.
Yeah.
I thought we had a good one on Skanks with the Roseanne and him. All right, so now the stool's on the ground, everybody. Lil Duval. He dropped that microphone. He got his phone posits on.
Oh my God.
Now wait, I want you to know something, guys. This is the way regular motherfuckers eat pussy.
Yeah, this is regular.
But you're gonna see the Lil Duval way eating that pussy.
Okay.
But I love
That's
that
just the first way.
he took a hair out of the.
Yeah.
He had a hair in his teeth.
There's a
By all
pubic hair.
accounts, very funny, Lil
From
Duval.
licking the pussy, there was a hair, which is good. That's very accurate.
I've heard a lot of people say Lil Duval is very funny. I'm not familiar with it. I just saw this, and
He's
it's just,
licking the fucking chair.
He's definitely like close to licking that chair.
No, I think he's licking it.
Yeah,
His tongue is on that thing, Jay.
yeah, he's licking that.
He could get splinters. He's all up in there.
Unless that's his stool licking chair that he had made.
Do you think?
I use a lot of stools, and I'm very familiar with the stool.
Do you think it's flavored?
Yeah, he actually. Yeah. It's a custom wood job.
Great
that he had
drink.
done. Wait a minute.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just don't call anybody a twat. The tongue, it's perspective. The tongue is between the legs of the stool, and it's also one of those stools where the crossbars are staggered.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not quite at it, and he just looks like he's licking because he's below the one side of the stool. I've gone through this video. Now he's licking in some butthole.
All the way
He's
up.
back up. He's dragging that
He's
back up.
motorboating.
But that's just the regular motherfucker way.
And they.
Wow, those are bad teeth.
Yeah, and he's killing.
That's the regular way. Look at the women like, oh shit. That's the regular way, shit. Can't wait to see the
Shit,
little Duval way.
Dude, I would not let that guy anywhere near my thing down there.
Oh,
His
that
teeth
guy's
are
teeth?
so, yeah.
Oh, my God. That looks like what was the machine that Robert Englund had in the movie? The Mangler. His teeth looks like the monster that attacked the woman on the inside cover of Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. Anything on that?
That
Too
was
wordy.
the wordiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Do you know what I mean, though?
I do.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I'm
That's
gonna
the
take a
regular
breath
way.
in the middle of that.
This
I
is
did.
the little Duval way, the real nigga way. DJ.
Stretches.
Stepping in the arena. He's kicking back a little bit. Now, same thing.
Same thing.
Oh, except now he's spinning around and giving her that face business.
Now 69ing.
And then now just basically fucking her face, spitting on her pussy. And then he goes, yo, love you, God bless. It's the best transition in all of comedy. Yo, God bless y'all.
Now, if I did that, I would spin around, get on Dawn's face, and you hear.
Then you just sit down harder and she goes, this is the little Duval way. Little Duval.
This is the
eating
Bobby
that pussy.
Kelly way. There's so much weight on the stool.
I can't
That's little
breathe.
Bobby.
Bobby, you're killing me. Please, I love you.
Make sure the bitch sign a waiver because it's going to get heavy. Now you make sure that bitch sign a waiver before you do it the Lil Duval Bobby way. Kick it! I don't believe I've ever been a part of an on top 69. It's always I've been in the bottom of every 69.
Of course. Why would? Yeah.
You can do an on side 69.
No,
You can be on your side.
You've done it on the side?
Yeah.
I don't like
you
the
can do it on side.
presentation of my weenus from the side.
No.
No, it's a weird situation. There's a lot
Right.
of thigh and mush up, and then where
Yeah,
the
the
ball's
balls
going
are-
exactly.
yeah.
It's just it's an ordeal. No, I like to be on the bottom of my 69s.
I've done it on top 69 back in the day.
Have I ever on top 69 you?
I was
She wouldn't be
thinking, and
here.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, no. I will
Her
say,
face would be flatter.
perhaps, I'll tell you what, I think I've taken a stab before, no pun intended, of a head, neck off the bed, like head back, like dick and mouth there, and then trying to get over
And get dick and mouth
to lick.
there.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Bobby, this
Sorry.
is with a woman.
All right, okay. I didn't know we weren't telling
It's
people.
with Christine. I don't want to think, but like it's I don't want you to picture this with her, and then trying to get over and like lick pussy, but doesn't work right. It's like it's not a good angle at all. Me being on top, I couldn't see that working out well.
Oh yeah.
No.
You have to have pretty good arm strength to be on top to do it.
Not
right?
now. I can't do it now.
Oh, you did it back in the day.
Back in the day, I
Okay.
couldn't. I would never do that to my wife
Yeah.
now.
You were
I just
60
imagine you're just the whole bed
I
rattling.
could,
Just
I could feel that. That's fucking good right now.
dude, that's actually pretty good.
It's goddamn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's goddamn. I told he was on YKWd
Oh,
yesterday. I told him,
guess you wouldn't be so upset if he was over top of you on a 69 now, would you, Jeremiah?
Well, yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Not that I felt that arm. I feel much more confident.
Wow, Bobby, I didn't know that you got fit.
hey, yeah, why don't you check that out, Jeremiah? Feel that? Oh, yeah. Why don't you go get that little wig I gave you yesterday? Put that
Guys,
on.
it always starts with some light, like shoving and pushing up each other.
Yeah.
No,
What's
you
up?
shut up.
No, you shut up.
No, you shut
No,
up.
you.
No, you.
shut
Oh,
up.
this is good stuff.
Is that a Henley? Are you wearing a Henley?
You know it.
I love 3 buttons on a shirt.
You do.
Yeah.
Do you want to? How about you see 2 or 1 button on a shirt?
How about I see none?
And cut. I got to
Okay.
tell you something, by the way. I got a boner. I can't speak for everybody in the room, but I got a full bone.
Full bonesies,
That was good stuff. Oh, there's Bobby shirtless.
dude.
Look at him. That was a fucking Mountain Dew commercial.
Yeah. You like it? You like what you see?
Yeah, man.
Me, I keep a tank top life. I wouldn't play the game fully.
Yeah,
Christine, by the way, wearing the same thing she's wearing right now.
Jay's like a building that's not done yet.
Yeah. That's my Tyvek wrap. That's
Yeah.
my house wrap.
Tyvek.
I got a little Tyvek house wrap on there. We're going to throw some insulation on me, and then before you know it, we'll be winter ready.
You're like an Alaskan house.
I'm winter ready.
They're,
you miss-
they're fumigating them.
Do you... Kansas City's got the seasons
Yeah.
pretty much, right? Like, do you
Yeah.
miss that in L.A. at all? Or do you go back enough for winter and shit?
Yeah, I like going back to visit for sure, to see the snow and stuff like that. But the LA weather is pretty nice. It's pretty hard to beat. Yeah.
No, without a doubt. Do you?
Yeah.
Have I asked this on the show before with the Glazers? We've talked about.
Oh
them
yeah,
before,
dude,
sure,
we were just
yeah.
talking about the Glazers.
Yeah. Think
Yeah.
about it. His little saying was that, think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, come down to San Francisco to see Robert Kelly. Think about it.
Yeah.
TJ Miller's mad at me because I didn't pay him. You won't be like that, will you?
I can't meet you at the airport because I have an ankle bracelet on, so I'll meet you halfway.
Also, I'm nuts deep in someone that I call outwardly Black Barbie.
We're making out. I have a blouse off or skirt up. I got my wiener out.
I got my wiener out.
That's Josh.
Yeah.
He's the best, dude.
Yeah, he's the evolved Pokemon
Josh.
version of Josh Adam Myers.
Yo, I would have loved to see if a fucking time warp opened up. If Josh and Craig Glazer met on the street, I would love to see what just like...
Dude.
I bet if you didn't send Josh in with any kind of preconceived, like, this guy is like the best dildo in the world, Josh would be like, yo, that guy, fucking rule.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jessica goes, yo, this guy, you see, he got a Lotus? What?
Dude, Jay, I don't know how to tell you. I think I just met my birth father.
Hey, Jay, fuck Rogan. I'm moving to Kansas City.
They got a good thing going there, Jay.
I mean, Craig Glazer and Josh would have been peas in a pod.
Yeah.
You want to go to breakfast after the thing? You know I want to go to breakfast. You don't mind if I hit on the waitresses, do you? Can I do it too?
I'm going to win them over because I'm good looking, I'm cute, I'm funny, I'm talented.
I saved Skankfest.
He posted a video from Skankfest and he labeled it best show at the festival. I'm like, you're supposed to let me say that.
Oh, wow.
You gotta love him.
I've known Josh for
He's on
so
one now.
long.
I'm going to see him
dude,
tonight. He's on
course.
SDR me tonight. I love Josh. But I mean, he is on one right now.
They're gonna rename the tour the Jelly and Jam Roll after I'm done with it. That's what's happening, baby.
Jam and jelly.
Jam and jelly, and guess what? Jam
don't get
is
mad,
better.
Jelly Roll. It flows a little
Come on,
better. Jam and jelly.
Come on, Jam will go first, of course. I mean, we gotta put that first.
Yeah, look, I'll still open.
But I'm also gonna close.
That's so great.
Jam and jelly.
That's
God damn.
He goes, I'm getting ready to play the Garden with Burr. He's but yeah, no, that tour. He's juiced from that tour, man.
I'm letting Burr close it out at the Garden. I'm a kind guy.
He brings it home with him too much. He's like, I only got a 10-minute set, so I'm gonna do What's Going On by 4 Non-Blondes. I only got 4 minutes in the stand, so I'm just gonna pop in and do a little 4 Non-Blondes. Oh yeah, give me any. Just throw any dart at any Craig Glazer.
A Man and His Dog looks like it's back up. Somebody re-uploaded it.
Oh wow! Don't you worry.
So I tried to get these two to be buddies, maybe boyfriend, girlfriend, because he's a boy dog, she's a girl dog. But what do you call it?
He manhandles his dogs, by the way.
There's another word in stereo. Neutered. Neutered, that's it. Neutered and spaded. So, now they just touch my shirt and my shoes. But that reminds me of a story. It was my birthday, and no one even bought me a cake. Can you believe it? So, this girl I kind of see, her and her mom came to my own comedy club, Stanford, since they came to have dinner and see a show. They were thrilled. They had free dinner. They didn't have very much money. It was a big deal. They wore their Sunday best. So then they came over and got Junior and Coco. Well, the young girl who was 25 went in to take a shower because, she wanted to have sex. Oh, you don't want to hear the rest of the story, Junior?
The editor knows, by the way. The editor's aware.
He's manhandling these dogs.
He's just aware of what's funny about this. And Craig does think he knew what was funny about this. He's definitely playing it. He's telling these stories in a very confident dick way, sort of on purpose. Mm-hmm. But it is how he would just tell it to you in conversation. You know what I mean? He's he
never stops talking.
He chose to live a character.
Yeah.
But so he knows the character he's doing, but he's also still oblivious to it. Does that make sense at all?
Oh no, yeah. He's self-aware a little bit, but not enough.
Did you make you watch his movie?
What is it? The King of Sting or something?
No, that's his book.
That's
the book. King of Sting is a good book. It was a great book. I thought it was a really good book. It was good. Man. It was an okay book. I mean, the book was. If you have time,
it was a book.
It's considered a book.
It was most definitely a book.
Yeah.
If you have nothing else to do, you might want to get this book. If someone gives you the book, Jay.
He gave me the book and autographed it to me. I never read the book.
Bobby would be the worst agent ever. He just deconstructed himself in 10 seconds. Like, listen, I got the best book ever. It's an all right book. Okay, it's a book.
It's Jay's wide-eyed stare that brings you down. Christine's laughing because she knows. I feel good. I look fantastic. I look all right. I feel okay. Should I change?
Yeah.
I'm going to stay home.
Just stay home.
I'm fat and ugly.
I don't say that.
I'm fat, ugly, and gross.
I don't say anything like that to you. I just treat you a certain way until you feel that way about yourself. That's the mental fuck. Oh shit, we got Jesus.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Break.
We gotta take a break. Take a little break.
We should be back for a few seconds to say goodbye, everybody. But Jeremiah Watkins, he hosts Stand Up on the Spot. Such a fun show. Audience calls out the topics. The comics roll with it. It's available on YouTube as well as the podcast. Scissor Bros and Jeremiah Wonders, both great as well. Go for tour dates and more. Go to jeremiahwatkins.com. Robert Kelly's going to be at the Comedy Club of Kansas City this weekend, everybody. Friday and Saturday. After that, Boston, Pottstown, PA, Baltimore, and Dania
Beach.
Dania.
Yeah. That's a fun club.
Very fun club. I'm going to be in Cobb's in 2 weeks, but I'm going to be on Bert's boat this weekend.
You going on the boat this weekend?
Yeah, but I want to push Philadelphia, everybody. I mean, Milwaukee, Cleveland for sure, Houston, but Philly.
That's a big room. Big room.
Casino, one night only, one
sell
show.
it
A bunch of friends are going to come down with me. It's going to be a great, great fun night.
Check out Jay's special, too. It's on YouTube. My special's on punchup.live for free. Both of them are free.
Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. That was just a portion of our actual Sirius XM radio show.
If you want the whole thing, go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire for a special offer.
That's right. And go to BigJComedy.com and RobertKellyLive.com to check out our stand-up dates. Coming to a city near you. Crackle, crackle.